The Kentucky Writers Hall of Fame induction ceremony is happening soon. It's next week.
Jessica Mohler, Marketing and Communications Director for the Carnegie Center, is here to tell us all about it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
This really celebrates the fact that Kentucky has so many good authors and has a history of that.
We really do. This is the 7th induction ceremony, and after this year we'll have 39 authors in the Kentucky Writers Hall of Fame.
And it's grown since that first one, hasn't it? Quite a bit?
Yes, it's grown so much that we're actually moving out of the Carnegie Center for the celebration this year and heading to the Kentucky Theater. The past 2 years we've had over 500 people, which it's nice to have that energy in the Carnegie Center, but we felt the inductees this year deserved the bigger stage.
What are the credentials? What are you looking for somebody to be named to the Kentucky Writers Hall of Fame?
Well, when we first started this, the idea was to recognize Kentucky writers whose work represents our culture and our Commonwealth, and to educate Kentuckians on the importance of these writers and our rich literary history. So for an author to be considered, they have to be published, their work has to be of enduring nature, and they have to have a significant connection with the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Well, we know people who have thought about writing a book. I think it's a big dream for a lot of people, but they don't know where to start. Well, do you guys help with that?
Yes, we do. I definitely encourage anybody who has a book in them, and that can just be the thought of a book. It doesn't have to be an edited manuscript. It doesn't have to be a novel. But if you just have the energy and the thought of a book, come to the Carnegie Center. We have classes for all levels, and we can even set you up with a mentor.
We're starting to look at some of the inductees this year. Tell us who will be entering the Hall of Fame.
Well, Alice Dunnigan's a really great one to start with, especially being on the stage with journalists. She was the first African-American journalist to get White House credentials. Wow. Ed McClanahan is a Lexington native. He's part of the counterculture movement. He's well known as a professor in the past and just a character.
All right.
How many altogether this year?
Gurney Norman, there's 6 altogether.
6.
Gurney Norman's the other living author. He too has a strong connection with the University of Kentucky. He and Ed were both part of the group of writers that went to Stanford.
Helen Thomas, former UPI writer.
Yeah, she's a Winchester native, covered 10 presidents. So starting with President Kennedy all the way to President Barack Obama. Jane Gentry Vance, really big University of Kentucky pool this year. She was a beloved poet, teacher. Somebody told me of Jane that when she spoke, you just heard Kentucky.
I love that.
And Sue Grafton.
Sue Grafton, international bestseller, million-selling novelist. She's out of Louisville. She wrote mystery books, so A is for alibi, B is for burglary.
I love it.
Unfortunately, her alphabet stopped at Y.
Should be a great show next January 30th. It'll be Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.